welcome to our podcast. Today, we are going to discuss Chapter 4, which focuses on the primary sector in Malaysia. As we all know, the primary sector has played a significant role in the development of our country, especially during the early years of independence. Joining me today are Farah, Sarah, Christina, Shaza, and Ayman. Together, we'll be discussing the contributions of this sector, the challenges it faces, and the government's effort to ensure its sustainability. So, without further ado, let's begin.
Thank you, host. To start with, the primary sector refers to economic activities that involve obtaining natural resources directly from nature. These activities include agriculture, fisheries, forestry, and mining. In other words, the primary sector provides raw materials that are later used by other sectors, such as manufacturing and services. Without, without this sector, many industries would not have sufficient resources to operate effectively.
That's absolutely right. In fact, the primary sector was once considered the backbone of Malaysia's economy. During the early years of the development, agriculture and mining contribute significantly to the country's income and provide employment opportunities for a large portion of the population. Although Malaysia has become more industrialized over the years, the primary sector still remains important because it supports food production and contributes to economic stability.
Yes, and even today, we can clearly see the importance of the primary sector. It not only provides essential resources but also help improve the livelihoods of people living in rural areas. Therefore, despite the rapid growth of the other sectors, the primary sector continues to play a vital role in Malaysia's development.
Now that we have understand what is the primary sector is, so now let's move on to its contributions. Farah, could you explain some of the major contributions of the agricultural sector?
Sure, host. One of the most important contribution of the agriculture sector is providing food supply for the population. Through agriculture activities, products such as rice, vegetable, fruit, and livestock are produced to meet the needs of society. As a result, the country can strengthen its food security and reduce dependence on imported food products.
In addition to that, the agricultural sector creates many employment opportunities, especially for people living in rural areas. Farmers, fishermen, and plantation workers are able to earn a living through these activities. This indirectly helps to reduce unemployment and improve the standard of living among local communities.
Another important contribution is its role in contributing to the country's gross domestic product or GDP. The agriculture sector also generates export earnings through commodities such as palm oil, rubber, and cocoa. Consequently, these exports contribute positively to Malaysia's economic growth and help strengthen the country's position in international trade.
Besides contributing to the economy, the agriculture sector also promotes the development of rural areas. To support agriculture activities, the government provides infrastructure such as roads, electricity, water supply, and communication facilities. These improvements not only benefit farmers but also enhance the quality of life for people living in those areas.
Furthermore, when local production increases, Malaysia can reduce its reliance on imported goods. This helps improve the balance of trade and ensure that the country has a more stable and sustainable economy. Therefore, the agriculture sector remains an important contributor to national development.
Although the sector contributes a lot to the economy, it also faces several challenges. Farah, what are some of the problems commonly faced by this sector?
One of the major problems is the low education level among some farmers. Due to the limited knowledge and exposure, many of them are unable to adopt modern technology and innovative farming methods. As a result, productivity and efficiency remain relatively low compared to developed countries.
Another issue is the aging workforce. Many farmers in Malaysia are elderly, while younger generations are less interested in pursuing careers in agriculture. Most young people prefer jobs in urban areas because they believe that agricultural work is physically demanding and offers lower income. If this trend continues, the sector may face labor shortages in the future.
Limited capital is also one of the challenges. Some farmers do not have enough financial resources to purchase machinery, fertilizers, or advanced equipment. Without sufficient investment, it becomes difficult for them to increase productivity and compete in the market.
Besides that, agriculture activities are highly dependent on natural factors such as climate and weather conditions. Floods and droughts and plague disease can seriously affect crop production and reduce farmers' income. Therefore, unpredictable environmental factors remain one of the biggest risks faced by this sector.
In addition, many farms are relatively small in size. Small-scale farming limits the use of modern machinery and prevents farmers from enjoying economy of scale. Consequently, production costs remain high and productivity may not be maximized.
However, as the country progressed, Malaysia gradually shifted its focus towards industrialization and manufacturing. This transformation led to rapid economic growth and increased contributions from the manufacturing and service sectors.
Nevertheless, the primary sector remains important because it continues to provide food supplies, raw materials, and employment opportunities. In addition, the government has introduced various initiatives and modern technologies to ensure that the sector remains competitive and sustainable.
To conclude our discussions, it is clear that the primary sector has made significant contributions to Malaysia's economic development.
Although the sector faced various challenges, continuous improvement and technological advancement have helped increase productivity.
Furthermore, government policies have played an important role in supporting the growth and sustainability of the sector.
By adapting modern agriculture practice, the sector can become more competitive and efficient.
At the same time, the primary sector contributes to food security and create employment opportunity for the people.
Therefore, it is important for both the government and society to continue supporting the development of this sector. With proper planning and innovation, the primary sector will continue to remain an important pillar of Malaysia's economy in the future.
Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy our discussions. See you again in a next podcast.